Alright, so last time we were talking about taking the AIR pump out and doing that. I got that far. The 6-bolt on the header came loose. Also got a bolt right here on the bracket for this top part that we took out. Took out the mid-pipe, 2 brackets, 2 bolts each on each side. I left the driver's side in because it's just, these actually slide right in, so there's no use of me losing them. All header bolts came out. Interesting fact, they are double-sided studs, so some of them were really rusted, and I took the whole stud out, no stripping or anything. Other 2, I got just the actual nuts. Either way, I'm happy with it. I'm not even going to try to get those other 2 studs out or replace any type of hardware. I'm just going to put it back in when it comes time. The header gasket is a MLS multi-layered. It's actually a 6-layered gasket. I know that you say that you could reuse them. Car's got 120,000 close to it on it, and I'm just going to do a new gasket. I mean, it's $45. It's not worth me blowing myself up if the gasket's bad, leaking. I've been spraying everything with oil very heftily, so I don't want to burn up in flames. We got the AIR pump, the bracket. I do need a new longer screw for the resistor for the AIR pump so that I could hook it up on there. It's just too short right now. So I'll go to Ace Hardware or something for that. I'm also going to get some new header bolts. These are pretty froze up. Even one of them when I put on the cat delete test pipe down here. I had to put on some washers because it just wouldn't screw in anymore. So yeah, I got that going. Oxygen sensor. One thing to note, in addition, we've been battling the header. I know I said I would probably cut this out. I am going to have to, but as you well know, that AIR pump, it's probably pretty rare to get some shavings down in the actual ports, but I don't want to leave anything to chance. I'll give you an idea. Here is the new header. You can see that's where the tube goes to, and it leads into the back, and it comes out not directly into the ports, but these other ones, 1, 2, 3, to heat up the catalytic converter. If you have one, I do not need one. I ordered a block plate for that, but in order to sawzall off that tube, there's going to be some metal shavings that get in, and I don't want to risk any metal shavings going in the rotor housings and completely frying my engine. So what I want to do is put something, whether it be paper, tape, something in between the header and the actual rotor ports, or even just the header itself, somehow down there, in order to avoid that catastrophe. Then I can jack the engine up and slide that puppy out. It is loose. It does move. There is an oxygen sensor attached to it. It is in the most ridiculous of spaces. Give you an idea. Also to note, there's a gasket that I ordered. See that little ring on the inside? Need that for the new one. The oxygen sensor is up here. It is essentially welded itself to this header. So I ordered a new oxygen sensor because I'm going to just snip the damn cord. If you also look, the cord just continues up the transmission. It goes all the way up. I mean all the way up. Let me grab some light here and show you the absolute ridiculousness of this bullshit. If I could even get a camera angle on it. So you see, behind the intake manifold, by that hanger, can I even get the camera to show it? Behind the oil filter is a plug for, see it? You see it there? You want to see how big my hand is? That's it right behind the oil filter. My hand going through. This is how I normally grab the oil filter. Look it out. Do you see this? Do you see the issue? I could touch it. I could touch it. It's a press clip. And then I have to pull it out somehow. So this oil filter has to come off to even attemptedly do that. I mean, real good engineering. I mean, brilliant spot to put this thing. Yeah, I'll probably drop this oil filter and see if I could even disconnect the plug before that, because that sucker is just, I do not want to take off this whole intake manifold again. That is not a fun job. Can it be done? Of course it can be done. But come on, man. Not trying to do that. Trying to just get some hands in there, try to unclip it, which is going to be harder than clipping the new one in. So, wish me luck on that whole business. This is just kind of an intro video. We're going to keep working on that. We still got the shocks to do, the sway bar, which we're going to start oiling up them bolts. I'm going to have to do some fabrication to that brake line bracket, because the new hardware that goes in there needs a little extra space, because they are such beefy sway bars that I have. Yeah, so we're just going to keep plugging along. I took a couple days off. It is now Friday. It's back to being nice and warm out in Kentucky. It was 30 or so degrees in April, mid-April. It is 4:20 today. I mean, when I wake up and it's 28 degrees, that's a little ridiculous for Kentucky. So we got our tools. We're gonna get to work. Try to feed some blue tape maybe, or some type of paper in between the header and the actual housing. Cut that with the Sawzall, that tube, because it runs all the way up there, and there's no way that I would be able to get that tube out through the bottom with the header if I don't just cut it like right there. So we're gonna do that after I get some type of spacer in between there, because I can't get the bolts off, or the nuts. They're just rounded, rusted, and we'll get it done. We're gonna have a little fun day. It's only 2:30, short work day, so we'll have at it. I'm gonna change clothes because I'm still in damn dress slacks, and I'm gonna upload this video. Next one, you'll just be able to watch the struggle, the anguish. Who knows? We'll snip that oxygen. We'll drop that oil. We'll unplug the plug. And I've got a new one on order. Got some other stuff on order. The gaskets for both the exit header and the manifold. Yeah, so we also got hangers, because I cut all of these hangers off because it was just going to be ridiculous to do all 6. They're like $10 a piece. I did one when I did the midpipe, and it took me an hour probably to get it off of there, wiggling, wrestling the exhaust. So it's a lot easier to put on than get off because of these little tabs, these little nipple tabs here. So putting it on, no problem. It wasn't worth it to try to save them. They're old, and yeah, we're gonna be rocking out. I'm gonna tape over. Might have to do some audio coverage to not get copyright banned, but we'll have a good time, and we'll get at it. So I'm gonna upload this while I change, and yeah, all right. See you guys in a little bit.